Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to you. I know this can be a difficult time for many of us. It certainly has been in the past for me. I want you to know that things do get better. When we are persistent in our healing, when we're persistent in choosing new people, new experiences, anchoring back to our value, believing and trusting our value, listening to the voice within us and following the vision that voice brings us, our innate voice, our intuition, our brilliance, our lives will get much better. The holidays can be something that we really enjoy. It can be filled with people that we love and that love us. And we got reciprocal, healthy, solid relationships and friendships to fill our life with. Now, this is a journey outside of codependency. It's not about coping with it. It's about learning how to live without the need to be codependent in order to get our needs and wants met. One of the things that we do, especially during the holidays, especially with relationships, is we make things significant. What that means, tell me what you think that means in the comments. Because significance is something that runs at the gamut of what we do. We make money significant, we make love significant, we make someone's approval significant, we make failure significant, we make success significant. We're constantly amplifying things beyond what they naturally are and putting meaning or importance into them that isn't intrinsically there. And what that does is it makes things harder for us because we get into comparison, we start judging ourselves, we start judging others, we start looking for the gaps between you and the outcome you're looking for, you and that other person. You compare your life to theirs, and this pulls us into a cycle of shame, depression, self-pity, resentment, and it cuts us off from our natural ability for abundance. Abundance is the concept of having high quality experiences on a routine basis. It means that we can have what we want and need in a quality way in a routine and reliable fashion. The way this would typically show up is because we have an open and abundant, curious mindset, we're able to go out and meet new people, build new friendships if we're lacking in that area. If we want entertainment, we can go out and entertain ourselves or connect with resources that would entertain us. We know ourselves enough and well enough to understand what really works for us and what doesn't, so we're no longer tolerating things that are mediocre. Typically, if you're dealing with mediocrity, you're dealing with a quantity issue. You're trying to fill that need with a lot of poorly fitting and poorly sustaining options in your life. And part of this happens is because we make things significant. We make our loneliness significant. We make our successes significant. We make our friendships significant. We make our worth and value significant. And what that means is we're putting them on pedestals. We're elevating them. We're giving them special meaning. So if they change or we lose them, then that means something about us. Because typically significance is a way in which we regulate our conscious sense of our value or sense of self-worth. And this will screw things up badly. Because your worth isn't something you have a right to judge or a right to determine, as does no one else. See, worth and value are sacred, and they're experienced and discovered within our sense. So this term, sense of self, sense of worth, sense of value, that word sense is very important in this, because what it does is it implies that our value already exists. It's our awareness of that value that has to change. And significance impedes, it limits that awareness because it puts us into that comparison. Oh, I'm not this, or I'm not that, or this is too much, I can't have that, or I need this to feel better, I need this to feel worthy, I need this to feel valuable, I need. And it's always something external to you. Ever notice that? Anything we make significant is always something outside of ourselves. And this tends to lead us down the road of codependency, where we're chasing, we're trying to control, we're trying to prove, we're trying to earn. We're not actually able to receive. We're not able to contribute. We're not able to share. We're not able to be nurtured because we keep cutting things off with this unrealistic expectation or meaning that we infuse on other people. So what do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that? Because where are you making things significant in your life that's causing you pain, that's causing you to question your worth, to cut yourself off from your own intuition, your own voice, your own vision for yourself? Where are you limiting yourself because you make someone else or something else significant? We do this with the holidays a lot. The holidays have been imbued with enormous amounts of significance. Like, oh, I'm worthy because I've got a family that's together or that loves me, or, whatever values we attribute to it. And then if we don't have that, then what are we worth, right? Suddenly, if we're not loved, we're not included, we don't have these things that others have or that we need, we throw our worth out with it. We're like, well, I'm not worth it. We throw it away. That's self discard. And that's cruel to us because our value isn't controlled or measured by those events. It's not controlled or measured by the relationships we have or don't have, or the success or failures we've had. It's not changed regardless of your circumstance. It doesn't change. Okay? When we take significance out of the picture, then we get to have an honest experience with the circumstance we're dealing with. That means we can have an honest connection with the pain we might be going through, the loss or grief we may be feeling, maybe even the joy and success we're accomplishing. We can stop comparing ourselves. We can start connecting back to ourselves and appreciating ourselves, and appreciation for what is there and grieving what is not. And then tuning into what we can improve, what we can add to our life, what we can change that would bring us more joy. Okay? It's very, very important because with the value voice and vision system, the happiness strategy, what we do is we focus on a value we want to experience routinely, and then we start cultivating our awareness of it, which is where we get into our voice, and that brings in a vision of how that works for us. We start to receive that. We have to let go of significance if we're going to have the things we want. We've got to be able to and willing to interface with reality in an honest, sober way that says, yeah, the holidays right now suck for me, but they don't suck because I made them significant. They suck because maybe I miss my kids. I don't have them this year. I'm sad about that. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's I'm missing someone that I love. They died, or they've left my life, or I can't be with them for whatever reason. That's okay. That's realistic. That's real. And with that honesty, that sobriety there, you can also connect with what you do have and what there is that you are actually grateful for. I'm not a big fan of compelled gratitude, but I am a fan of being willing to open up to the question of, well, I'm sad about this, I'm disappointed in that, and what am I also appreciative of? What am I grateful for? Because there's going to be both. It's not all or nothing. It's and, both and, as one of my clients would say, as Dina would say. She says that all the time on her Facebook wall. Both and. That matters, guys, because it helps us regulate our awareness. It regulates our point of view. That helps regulate our distress. That helps regulate our comfort. Helps us regulate our needs. Helps us get in contact with where we are and what we want to change for the future. It keeps us honest with ourselves and with reality, so we don't get into a fantasy that everything's all bad or all good. Because often it's a little bit of more one or the other, but there's still things we can incorporate in that to level our awareness. Because when we have a sober awareness, we're able to see both sides honestly, and then we can choose what we want to magnify in our life so that we're staying out of significance, we're staying out of making a meaning about things, especially meaning about our worth, because, I get it. Sometimes we don't have what we need. Sometimes the people we love and we want to have around us during the holidays, we're not going to have. Sometimes we don't get to have the family unit that we needed, right? And we got to honor that. But the significant, if we made that significant, we typically make it about our worth. Like, I'm not worthy, or there was something wrong with me. When in reality, it's like they screwed up. Or in my case, they screwed up or they're dead. That kind of thing. And when we don't apply judgment and significance to it, but we honor it for what it really is, then we can contact our pain. Not our story about our pain, not the story about the situation, which is where the significance is. We get to just honor what we genuinely feel. And that's what I would encourage you to do this holiday season, guys. Honor what you feel. Honor your experience, because where you're at matters. Your pain matters, your joy matters, your success matters, your failures matter. But they matter all of these matter in the sense that you are worth knowing, loving, and keeping, and your value is intrinsic. You don't earn it, you don't prove it. You experience it, you embody it, and you be you. And you embody that value within the lens of love. That's when you start to see things change for yourself. That's when you can navigate these difficult times in a way that's compassionate and kind and nurturing to you and to others, and to your pain and to your joy, because both exist. So really, this holiday season, give yourself permission to be honest with yourself about how you really feel about it, the pain, the loss, or the joy and the happiness. And be honest with yourself about how you make it significant, and release that significance. And see what else comes into your life with the space that creates. Because I think you'll be surprised at how much it levels your emotions, helps you see things more objectively, and allows you to have a little more peace and joy through these holidays. Okay? I appreciate you guys. I will see you on Friday. I have some Black Friday deals coming up. So if you've been looking for coaching, healing work, you want to heal your trauma, you want to break free of your codependency, then this is where you're going to want to do it. You want to watch out for these deals. Otherwise, guys, have a safe Thanksgiving, and I will see you on Friday. Okay, bye-bye, guys.